is YouTube at on your phone? Mm-hmm. 10-hour track, that will do.
I can put pretzel rocks up.
But how, what now?
Or I can put pretzel rocks up. The music that I usually play on Crafty.
No, I need a way for your phone to not go to sleep by running YouTube in the top corner so that I would have permanent access to Discord without having to scroll through stuff.
Cool.
But yes, you can definitely throw up some background tunes.
Background tunes! Do. Hey, Box! How's it going?
Hello. Just getting ready to get our panel started soon. Let us know if you can hear us. We are still flipping through the buttons and clicking the things.
Doing all the things. Let's see. Chill station sounds good. Yeah. I'm very tired from all the kittens.
Tired, I can. Specifically very tired from all the kittens.
I saw all the kittens in the Discord. They're so cute. When did all of those come in?
We have been frantically getting everything ready to get our panel discussion going.
Yeah.
And we will do our best to keep you entertained for an hour.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dum 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 dum.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da.
They came in this week. They're brand new. Half are adopted already. That's awesome. Yay. Our cat is staring at us from across the room like, guys, it's Catterday. You're talking to the computer again.
Computer talking for the weekday only.
Right. What do?
How dare why?
Hey, Smooth, how's it going?
What up, Smooth? We're just prepping for our panel. We should be starting here in about 7 minutes. If our clock is accurate. Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. Groovy.
Would you like your water bottle closer to you?
Yes, Smooth. We are hosting... Hey, Wig Wig! We're hosting 2 panels today, back-to-back, for Anime Fusion Con.
Welcome to the convention, Smooth.
Welcome to the con!
You didn't realize it, but you just stepped into an anime convention.
Heck yeah! So this panel will be on Creativity Meets Canon. So for the folks who have their own unique take on an established character, which we have done a lot. So we've been asked to help folks out with that multiple times, so we wanted to put it in a panel form. And then later on today at 5:30 Central, we'll be teaming up with the wonderful Wig Wig Cosplay to talk about cosplaying as couples and how that can be lots of fun. And also how to avoid as much of the crazy of cosplaying as a couple as possible. Runs away, I've been to far too many of those. No, come back, we're fun! Setting up the cat space. I don't know if she'll hang out, but she might. How's it going, Wig? How'd your guys' panel go earlier today? And yes, I enjoy having some chill beats in the background while we're waiting to start.
Are we going to keep the chill beats while we present, or are we killing the chill beats?
We can keep them. Up to you. Should we keep them and just like bring them down? Or should we drop the beats? As in turn them off.
Lol. I say just turn it down a little bit.
Cool. We can definitely do that.
Have some lo-fi in the background.
I'm down with that. I like having music. Embroidery machine panel went well. Excellent! I've not delved into the world of embroidery machines yet, but I'm sure that might happen someday. Smooth is seriously in need of help though. Currently stuck on a piece of costume. Gotcha. Feel free to drop any of your questions in our own Discord. There's lots of folks in there who will be happy to help. Between all of us, we have quite a wealth of knowledge over there. Hey, Krem, how's it going? Is Bo there too? Wig Wig lives by lo-fi in their house. Nice. Alexa's always our chill playlists. Hi, Bo!
Nice, nice.
Yes, welcome to our humble nest.
Typically, we live by metal and like Guilty Gear Rock.
Yep.
But that doesn't really go too well with panel discussions. Also, copyright.
Also a copyright. I like to set the music to my mood. Mm-hmm. So if I need to like bash out some crafting, we'll have some more upbeat stuff. But we just chilling right now. It's chill time. Mm-hmm. Babby Cat hears you guys and she's trying to climb into your lap.
Oh, that's adorable.
Brian tried to bait Tally into the cat bed next to me and she ate her treats and promptly disappeared.
She'll show up at some point during the stream.
We'll see if cat cam happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to bring up face cam?
Yeah, I think we're close enough. All right,
we'll wait till 4 to officially start.
Yes. Hi, friends. And we're in cosplay.
Surprise!
Crooked and it bothers me.
Casual cosplay.
You went crooked the other way. Meh.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Krem.
Thank you. We actually had to like crank the AC down because these were built to be outside winter costumes.
Yep.
and it's like 75 degrees outside right now.
We're like, air conditioning, hit the 60s, let's go.
Yes. Hey, Maker, how's it going?
What's up, Maker? Hi.
Hello. Giving everybody a few minutes to hop on in.
Yeah.
And then we'll get started with the actual live panel.
Woo! Live panel!
Oh, my stars all messed up. There we go. I got 2 metal earlier.
Oh, don't worry. You're probably going to have half normal people, half cosplay people in our duo panel week.
It was real close to us being in normie clothes. Like, we kind of only made the decision to put on cosplays very recently.
Luckily, these are well constructed and it can just be thrown on.
And luckily, they were already just in the floor in the other room, so I knew where everything was.
And hood means I don't need to braid my hair or do anything.
Hey.
I just throw the wig on.
Join us. Yes. Wig. Yes. I like kind of threw makeup on today.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And we've got, so we have our chat up here. We also have the Discord chat on a side monitor down on the bottom right. So if there are some snafus, I should be able to glance over and grab questions straight out of Discord as well for people.
We're supposed to have a mod put Discord questions into our Twitch chat as well, just to make life easy, but we know sometimes technology gets weird.
I like contingency plans.
We have lots of contingencies, and hopefully we'll be able to get everybody's questions, so...
Vice
Hi,
may...
Vice is our mod, I think. Are you our mod? I saw your name come up in... It's me, I'm the mod! Yes! Sus.
So sus.
Vice almost went for a wig, but hair looked good enough. Fair.
You can just put your questions straight in the here box when you have any questions.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically, traffic is being directed to our Twitch stream, which we are at 4 o'clock. So let's go ahead and just get a basic introduction going on what this panel is, what we're doing, how we'll operate, and then we'll get rolling straight into the topics.
Yes. All right. So, if you're new to our world, welcome. We are Goff Cosplay. Our Nightbot says hydrate, so you should hydrate. Water. Hydrate, chat. Yes, keep that away from the computer. Because I'm clumsy. I am Vicky Goff. This is Brian Goff. Together we are Goff Cosplay. Most notably, we are known for cosplaying various forms of Zaya and Recon, and as such, we have been asked a bunch of times how we can help folks come up with creative takes on characters that exist within various media and still be recognized as the character. We are constantly being asked, well, how can I do like a pool party version, or how can I do like a pajama version or something like that, and
Exactly. So
have people know who I am.
yeah, so this panel is basically looped around our design process, what goes through our minds when we're picking out different outfits and costumes that we want to make the characters in game kind of get looped into, even though there aren't official costumes for that specific purpose. The way that this is looped in right now is there is a Discord chat. There's also our chat here. Either chat you can go ahead and post your questions and answer questions into, and as we are presenting, we'll kind of field questions like as we go. So again, we're going to take you through our process on how we make things. So if you have any questions about any particular step or process, just feel free to drop it in the chat, and we'll bring them up and address them as we're kind of moving through our discussion here.
Yes.
The time limit on this one is an hour, so buckle up, grab some popcorn, and chill out for the ride. Should be fun. But we have developed, like Vicky has said, whole bunches of different types of costumes for Zaya and Recon because we love the characters. And one of the just a major thing and reason why you'd want to build a bunch of different crazy costumes for characters is because you just love the characters so much. And so they really drew us in with those designs. And I'll let you take back over.
Also, thank you, Box, for dropping the Discord link. If you are over here on our Twitch chat, you can follow that Discord link to the Goff Cosplay Discord, which is called The Nest, because we're birds. And it is an awesome place for everybody to get together and share tips, share inspiration. It's a positive little corner of the internet.
Yeah, so in terms of questions and things like that, Vicky's going to be tackling the majority of the speaking. But as you ask questions, I will field them and feed them over to Vicky, and then we'll tag team and answer them together. So any questions that you have, just drop them, and I will bring them up when it is appropriate.
Yes.
So ask away, and once we get to stopping points inside of our conversations, then we'll go ahead and answer the questions. So you can let them fire in chat.
Heck yeah. All right. So when you are looking to do your own version on a cosplay and you want to make sure that it reads as the character even though it's your own unique take, there's a few steps that you want to go through, a process that you want to go through, and you don't have to follow these steps exactly perfectly in order or anything like that, but it's kind of a good guideline for how to make sure that your character still reads. This is the process that we usually go through, officially or unofficially. Please don't walk on the laptop. I love you. I'm sorry. The last time she walked on the laptop, she killed it. That's Tally. She'll be back. Tally cam. Yes. All right. Let us bring up our pictures. Yay. We have technology. Hi, I'm not great with technology, but I do my best. Okay, so we're going to run through a couple of main examples, and then we'll add on more examples as we go if we need them. But most people know us for cosplaying Zion Recon. So when you're deciding how you want to cosplay your own version of a character, first look at the original version of the character and decide what are 2 or 3 main features within that original design that really make them stand out as that character. They're defining features, if you will. So it gets real easy to figure out some of those defining features if your character already has different versions that are canon. So in League of Legends, there's a lot of different skins, a lot of different outfits that one character might have. And you can kind of look between those to see what's consistent between them, even though they're in different outfits. They might be in different hairstyles or hair colors, but what's consistent that makes it still read as that character. So looking at Zion Recon, this is their main outfit that they have, and they've gotten many other official outfits, but this is their main look. And some of their defining features is they've got these big old honking ears. Zaya's stick straight up, Recon's stick kind of more back to the side. And they've got great big fabulous wings. So let's see another example here. Again, this is their official classic skin, their original design. And there again, even though we don't see their faces and we don't see much of their outfits, you don't even see their feet really in this picture. You see those main defining 2 features of the big ol' honking ears and those big, big, big glorious wings. Let's check out some of their other outfits that they've officially had. These are their Star Guardian outfits, which, yes, we've made these too. But, so completely different outfit, completely different alternate universe within the League of Legends game.
And notably, they are bad boys and girls.
Yes,
if you can't tell from the smirk, the slightly sexier pose, and darker color scheme.
They're so fabulous and evil.
So edgy. So dark.
Freedom fighter, good boys. Edgelords. Evil time.
And we like us some evil time.
Yes. So we have very different looks. They're a completely different color palette. They're a completely different outfit. Very different even just fashion choices. Everything's different except we still have big fabulous ears and big fabulous wings. Even the wig design is different. The ear design is different. But those 2 defining features are still there. Let's see what else we've got in the Star Guardian line. Oh yes, we also have fabulous wings in our Pajama Guardians. More on this later. Fabulous, fabulous wings. So another thing to think about is if you're making your character as an original take of an established line. So let's see, you're doing maybe some League of Legends. I use this example a lot because we've been there a lot. We wanted to make Star Guardians. When they were designing the Star Guardians, they wanted to look at what do other Star Guardians have going on. So Star Guardians have obviously lots of stars.
Yes.
Makes sense.
All over the place.
Makes sense. And Star Guardians also have a little critter, which they call a familiar or a pet. So Zaya and Recon have, is it Riku and Saki? I believe it's Riku and Saki.
Riku and
Someone
Saki.
will correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But they're adorable little owls that are so, so cute. So in our Star Guardians, we have, that's probably our third defining feature in the Star Guardians, but not as necessary that it's there. Over here, Riku and Saki aren't there. We still know they're Zaya and Recon, because ears and wings. Let's see here. All right, so now that we know our 2 or 3 defining features within a costume, now we can move on to what our concept is that we want to actually go with originally. Before we go there, anything you want to add on picking out those defining features of your established character?
Yeah, so again, a lot of times with the big features that you want to highlight, it's usually 1 or 2 things. A lot of times it has to do with the face, because especially with cosplay, you emote and present yourself, and the first thing that most people look at is going to be your face, your eyes, your makeup, the fabulous wigs, all that kind of stuff. And then the other major thing, again, this just kind of goes into the characters in general, is the attitude and the personality of the characters. And usually for us, that's super important, is finding characters that we bond with, and it's very natural for us to act like them because we enjoy acting while we're in costume. And that personality, like that acting, does a lot to actually sell and project the character. Even if you have some pretty wildly different designs, which you'll see that we have some pretty wildly different designs coming up. But as long as you have a couple of main features and then just the attitude, you will rock it. And those people that know the game that you're from are going to recognize it. And so that's just another major point that I wanted to stick in on there is usually if you're going to be looking for alternate costumes, it's because you just love the character and you want to just do more stuff with that character.
The play part of cosplay.
Yes, we find the play part very important. And thank you very much for stopping by, guys, in chat. I see you all. Yay! Yuri, thank you. Drog, thanks for dropping by. Box Wigs, everybody, Smooth. You guys rock. All right, continue. Sorry.
And to that point, some people go as far as the play acting part of cosplay. Some people are in character 24/7 the entire time, and that's awesome. And some people are really only in character for that moment of posing for a photo, or choice moments of hanging out with other people from your fandom. And either is perfectly fine, but either way, you can use that play portion and how you carry yourself or how you pose, how you interact with other people within your fandom to help convey more so what character you're cosplaying, even though you're in your own unique outfit of them. So use the play part, not just the cosplay part.
Yes.
Or costume part. All right. Second step of making your own take on a costume or a character and still having it read as them. Decide what your overall concept or theme is.
Yes.
So, like I said, we've done this process for a lot of different characters. Obviously, with Pajama Guardians, that was its own theme. Pajama Guardians are an established skin line within League of Legends, but Zaya and Recon don't have Pajama Guardian skins yet. I'm sure they will eventually.
Yeah, so that was basically the design aspect for this was pretty easy to come up with, in that there is an established line of Pajama Guardians. So most of what we have on is modeled after the official stuff and what we think an official Riot designed Star Guardian outfit would look like for the 2 characters, incorporating the little cute chibi creatures into our design elements, and then executing. But when it comes to something where there is no skin line,
yes. Like our cheerleader, Team Liquid superfan, Zaya and Recon. We'll show you some more pictures of those in a moment. But for that, we wanted an overall theme of cheerleaders with all of the trimmings of Team Liquid that we wanted to cheer on.
Team Liquid,
Yes!
segues.
Their fabulous, fabulous horsehead logo. For Pool Party, that was the theme that we wanted to do. Another established skin line within League, but they didn't have their own Zayan Recon there. So we made up our own within what we thought the Pool Party skin line would look like for them. Holiday versions, casual cosplay. Decide what you want your original theme to be or your original concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with this one, this was something that we wanted to do because we were going to the finals in person. So we treated it much like a, tailgating event. Just get a little bit crazy, get some team colors on, and we wanted to essentially turn Zion Recon into cheerleaders for Team Liquid, was basically the concept that we were going with.
So now that you have your main features of your overall character and what really defines them, and you've got your main concept or theme that you want to build within with your concept, with your original design, now let's go a little deeper and figure out what are some main focal pieces within that theme. So for Team Liquid, we knew we wanted this great big huge logo, as big and as impactful and as on focus as possible. We wanted that huge beautiful horsehead logo, and we wanted to put it on the back of our wings because we just thought that would be a fabulous billboard for Team Liquid. So we started here.
This was the first thing that we did.
Yes, this was the first piece of that entire concept. Was we knew we wanted that giant logo on the back of our wings. So we started there. And that was a lot of hand painting. If you see my face there, that is a mix of happiness that I was done with several days of kneeling in the floor hand painting and a little bit of actual physical pain from kneeling in the floor hand painting.
It was quite painful.
And a little bit of emotional pain because we painted over our original Zion Recon wings because we were short on time. We need to remake those. It's fine. My back screams at that photo. My knees were screaming. I had a couple of numb toes for a while.
Hilariously, after that, Vicky was complaining about her knees hurting to her father, who responded, "Hey, there's this amazing technology that exists to help with that? It's called floor mat foam. You may have heard about it."
Using something for its intended purpose?
Never.
What?
Why would we ever do that?
Not in this house. Yeah. So, figuring out, what is your main focal point, your main focal piece within your theme. With Team Liquid, we wanted that great, big, huge, beautiful logo on the wings, so we wanted to start there. We also knew we wanted them to be cheerleaders, so the Team Liquid costumes were predominantly a quick throw together Amazon hunt.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. You don't have to make everything yourself, y'all.
Yeah, this was just for a sporting event finals, like a one-off thing that we were doing. So
And I think we built them in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Did a speed job in about 2 weeks' time, and most of it is store-bought items that we then altered, added TL logos, that kind of stuff. But again, cheerleader, since it's pretty common, fairly easy to find pieces and parts for it.
Mm-hmm. We knew we would be able to find a female cheerleader outfit a whole lot easier than we would find a male cheerleader outfit. So we started by just looking for the easiest thing, which was the female. However, it was more challenging to find blue and white, which is Team Liquid's colors. We wanted to stay in that blue and white color scheme. And this is like one of only 2 contenders that I found that were going to fit with that Team Liquid vision. But, so I wanted to get the main pieces first.
Yeah, and again, the bigger picture is, keeping it simple. So the wings is absolutely what we wanted to have done. Because we wanted it to be Zaya and Recon acting as cheerleaders for Team Liquid, we weren't going to redo the ears or the wig or any of that stuff. We were going to use their base skins that we already had. And then the only other major thing is we need to make sure that the colors match. So we didn't really care what the design was on the actual outfit itself. Like this one has a really cool looking like V going down it and whatnot. But it didn't matter. Like it looks cool because we then tailored the horse head to like go with the material that we had, and Vicky did some redesigning with the collar and some other stuff. But again, you want to keep it as simple as possible. And especially with things that you're going to be like store buying and such, you want to be adaptable and just grab what's easy and convenient so that you put your effort and energy into the parts that are really going to pop and that's really going to sell your character.
Yes. Which does lead a bit into step 4 is working from those big pieces that we started with. So from the wings and the cheerleader outfit in general. The next step is just filling in with what's the next biggest thing, what's the next biggest thing, what's the next biggest thing, until you start trickling down into those small details. Don't start small. Start with the big picture stuff first.
Start with the eye catchers.
Yes. Start with what is gonna catch somebody's attention from way across the convention floor, or what's gonna show up in a camera that's, 20 yards away from you if you're at a park. You want to start with the big focal pieces first and then work your way down to what's smaller and smaller. That's just going to fill in the whole design without overwhelming things and without getting lost.
And Yuri's got a good question here, so we're just going to pop that in here right now. So Yuri asks, if you have the idea of the theme, but you don't have ideas or skills to put out an actual concept on paper of the outfit, is it okay to collaborate with an artist or a costume maker to create the final result of the cosplay concept, drawing and schemes, etc.? Like, you have the idea, but you don't know how to do the clothes, you collaborate with one that can draw clothes, original designs, based on your ideas, yes or no. So, with this one, we both have very strong opinions on this, and I believe we have the same opinion on it, it's work with whoever you want and, collaborate with whoever you want. You can buy costumes online. It's fine. Like, what is the purpose that you want the costume for? The only time where I would say no is if you collaborated with somebody and then you enter a competition or something and then lie and say you did everything yourself. Again, so if you're going to be working with somebody, totally fine. Like, collabs are great, and one person doesn't know all the things in the world. It's just impossible. No matter how awesome you are, you're going to need help at some point, and that's not a bad thing. And even working with somebody else could be a lot of fun. You just want to make sure that you credit your artist, or Box will smite you. But yeah, credit your artist, credit people that you work with, and just have fun and enjoy. Like I said, as long as you're not trying to conceal it, then it's fine. And you shouldn't conceal it. Don't be ashamed at all. I know we have a very, very talented art friend, Radiant Gray, and I've asked, I've talked to him. Who designed our logo? Over there. But yeah, I've worked with him on different things, and again, it's just credit. That's all you have to do. But
yeah, you don't have to completely solo everything. It is okay to ask for help. Nothing wrong with that. Just credit where you get your help.
And again,
emotes,
yes. And our emotes, yes.
Our emotes are also from Radiant Gray. Pretty much most of our artwork.
And again, keep the idea in mind of what you want this for. So if we went to Amazon and there happened to be a Zaya and Recon cheerleader cosplay, we probably would have been like, add to cart and go. Which is why when we post pictures about this stuff and things like that, we have never claimed that we made everything. And we've in fact said just right off the bat that these are, it's store-bought items that we tailored ourselves. The main pieces are, of course, the wigs and the wings, which are the big things that we put our time and energy into. And the rest is just kind of filler to tie it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good question.
Yes. So yeah, starting with your bigger pieces and then filling in. We already had the ears done because we were just going to wear our normal classic wigs. Yay, easy done. And our main focal piece of the theme was the big TL logo on the wings. We started there, and then the cheerleader outfit was next to make it look like cheerleaders. Hey! So then we can start filling in the littler details, starting with the bigger concept and working our way down to the smaller stuff with whatever makes sense. You don't want to add details for details' sake. You want to add details that make sense. So within this store-bought Amazon cheerleader outfit, it already had all the stripes built into it, and then it was just a big blank white space on the chest. And I said, well, that's a great place to put another TL logo.
Let's add a horse head. Ding.
So I want the Team Liquid logo somewhere on my outfit.
Yep.
Where does it make sense? It makes sense in this big expanse of white. Perfect.
Exactly.
If I had drawn this, I don't know if I would have made it that way, because I would have probably made a different design of a cheerleader outfit. Just kind of, starting with the big picture. The big picture was cheerleader outfit. That's what I found. then I could add in the details once it existed. All right. Next big piece for Recon. We still haven't figured out what his cheerleader outfit has looked like yet, but we knew we wanted that big old dog cone collar cape thing.
Yes, Recon needs a cone of shame.
Recon always needs a cone of shame.
We knew it, so even though we didn't have the rest of the outfit, Vicky already knew she was going to make an awesome gold trimmed.
Yeah, Team Liquid's main colors are blue and white, and then that particular year at least, they were throwing in some gold accents here and there. So I found some glorious blue that matched the same blue as the cheerleader outfit. We're keeping our color schemes as consistent as we can. And I popped some gold trim on there. And now we've got a fabulous cone of shame for our beautiful boy. And a lot of Recon skins, not all, but most of them are favorites. Recon does not wear a shirt, so that was one less costume piece to worry about.
Absolutely. Rock that chest.
Shame. Best Recon is shirtless Recon. And everybody loves it.
I know, I'm dying in this thing. I just want to...
Too many clothes.
Too many clothes.
So this was actually the biggest piece of Recon's actual outfit outside of the wings. This was the next biggest piece to work on for him. Later, we added some more details. So a detail that we added to this was we found some hair ties that have little metal bird skulls. In the classic Cyan Recon, they have bird skull accents. They don't have it in all of their skin lines. But we were wearing the classic wigs. We thought, you know what? This is a nice nod that we can add, and it makes sense.
Let's buy some like $10 keychains.
So let's buy all of these like cheapy little metal hair tie things. And I added a little gold skull, bird skull, to those front corners on his cape. And I added one to the ponytail on my wig, just to tie them together. So again, starting with your big piece and working in those little details where they make sense, without overwhelming things.
Exactly.
Another thing we knew we needed to do was give me a cape. Because we knew we needed to hide the hardware on our wings.
Because they are ugly,
they are
metal,
gross up there.
and nasty.
Yes, Recon already had his cape taken care of, so that hit all of his hardware. I needed something for me, but I didn't want to cover up that beautiful logo I had just put on my cheerleader top. So I was just like, let's make like an itty bitty mini superhero cape that's not going to cover up anything other than the hardware. So that's how I came up with this shape. It was just really simple, and it serves its purpose of hiding that gross metal up there. There's metal, there's duct tape. It's not pretty, but it works.
Exactly.
And then from there, okay, now I've got the capes. I've got the wings. I knew the wings were going to stay white and blue, so I knew I could make the capes blue to contrast with the white. Again, starting with the wing was first, then I could build the capes based on what the wings look like. Cut as many corners as you can, as long as it works sometimes. And then we had these big expanses of blue fabric up there. Well, what can I add? That looks like it needs something. What can I add up there to fill in that's going to make sense within the theme? Team Liquid's chant is "Let's go Liquid." Oh, well, that works.
Yep, super easy.
Let's put that up there in some iron-on vinyl across the two capes, because we've got the logo across the two wings. Just starting with that big concept and working in those little details.
Yep.
And some pom-poms for good measure.
Yeah, we also bought some pom-poms. And then in terms of my outfit and design, we did manage to eventually find some pants.
Yes.
But you can see right there, my costume is predominantly, like she was saying, the cape piece up at the top, which hangs down a little bit in front, the big old wings, and then just a little bit of stuff going on around the stomach. But again, this is all super easy stuff. They make blue and white pool rope that you can get from like a hardware store. So saw that, I'm like, yep, give it to me. And then I took my bird skulls that I already had and just slapped some Team Liquid logos down on there. And yeah, it tied itself together pretty easily. And that's just some store-bought blue athletic pants. And then we did the thing where we bought really big socks.
And like I said before, a male cheerleader costume is a little harder to define. So since we were having a bit of a challenge coming up with something with that, we're like, well, what's something adjacent to cheerleader? football.
Exactly.
So we gave him more of a shirtless football player look. So he's got like the short pants and the tall socks action going on. And it works because sports ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Next to cheerleader.
It sells.
It makes sense.
It sells the look. And the
Yes.
pom-pom helps to like finishing touch it. And then in terms of the gauntlets, those were just very quick and easy like
Craft foam.
2 mil craft foam shapes that we just
Slapped
slapped it on there, cut out a TL horse head, slapped it on there.
Adding in those details.
Adding in the details, and just, again, nothing super complicated, super fancy, but it ties the look together. And thank you for the follow. Good evening, Cosplay. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Now, for the inside of the wings, that was a little more fluid of what we wanted to do. We weren't quite sure at first. We wanted to build out those bigger, more important pieces first, and then this would figure itself out. So by the time we had the backs of the wings done with the big logo, we had the capes done, now we have the outfits done. Now we can take a look at the inside of the wings, the front side, and figure out what we want to do as far as painting those. And we decided, giving back a nod to their classic designs, and some of their other designs as well, Recon is usually brighter and lighter, and Zaya is usually darker. She's the edgy bird, he's the happy-go-lucky, exuberant one.
Yes.
Introvert, extrovert. Real life, y'all. There's reasons we like cosplaying these guys. So to echo that in Team Liquid's colors, we made the inside of Brian's wing white, and the inside of Zaya's wing that same blue, so that she still reads darker, and he still reads lighter. And once that part was done, we realized, well, this is a big expanse of one color.
Yep.
This needs something. So then we added those little color diamonds to the bottom edge of each wing, just to give it a little pizzazz. We're like, okay, we're getting somewhere. It still needs more. What other little like tiny bit can we put in there? I know. For this particular, this was 2019 summer finals.
So for the final accents, since the majority of the costumes are basically done at this point, now you're into the just super fine details that you want to put that's going to be, inside jokes, or just the things that's going to put it over the top for the purpose that you're wearing it for. So Team Liquid was going for their 4th championship in a row.
They had won 3. They were looking for the 4-peat.
They had won 3. They were going for the 4-peat. A big inside joke with TL is forever 4th. It was a meme forever. They always got 4th place. They never got to go to Worlds. It was always forever 4th was a failure. But they were transitioning the meme into a positive as they just went on this mad domination streak for 2 years, and forever 4th was then going to be for their 4th championship. So to symbolize it, we put in 3 gold stars filled in, and then we drew the 4th gold star on there, but didn't fill it in. But the fact that we put it on there in paint signifies that, we know they're going to win.
Yeah, that's correct. So there we have our filled-in star, and then our not filled-in star.
To just kind of sell the whole complete Team Liquid bandwagon cheerleader maniacs. Basically like, our team's the best, all that stuff.
Right. And if we hadn't have gotten that on there, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. You would still know what characters we were and what the theme was.
Yeah.
Because we started with those big pieces and worked our way down to the small details just to help flesh everything out and bring it together.
But the small details really help bring it over the top.
Yes. And they came about in a way that made sense. I'm all for doing details in ways that make sense. You don't want to just do details for detail's sake. All right. Speaking of details, again, we're pulling some nods from the classic versions because we have the classic wigs. Classic version, Recon's got 3 bird skulls on his belt. So we kept those, and it made sense to throw some more TL logos on there.
Logos on everything.
Logos everywhere, where it makes sense. And again, that beautiful white and blue rope made sense. And all together, everything just turned out great. We again decided to echo those gold stars at the bottom of the wings on the backside as well. Just because we felt like it needed a little something, but subtle. We wanted to be subtle on the back because we didn't want to pull attention away from that beautiful horse head logo.
Exactly.
That I spent so much time and
Yeah.
nerve damage painting.
And the stars on the back are actually a combination of stars. So the ones on our front wings, we all, like, both of us had the 4 stars on the front. On the back, it's a combination of their total stars.
Yes, so we've got 2 and 2 for the total of 4, because...
And again, it's those small details that really help pull everything together. So, yeah. Couple more shots.
These
Let's
were
go
so much
liquid.
fun.
They were so much fun. Got some
And-
swag from the team. Good
And
times.
even without the wings pulled open and without that big horsehead logo from the back, they still read as Zaya and Recon.
Yep.
And they still read as cheerleaders for Team Liquid. Because we started with those big details. We started with those big overall identifiable pieces of what makes Zaya and Recon look like Zaya and Recon.
Exactly.
Even if you change things up. And then working from those big details down. And Steve liked it too.
Who happens to be the owner of Team Liquid and
Yes.
one of the coolest people in esports.
Yes, he was awesome. Also to note, we get asked this a lot when this topic comes up of, well, what if I miss this detail? And what if I miss that detail? Notice we're wearing sneakers. We do not have bird feet on.
There are no bird feet in these photos.
Because it wasn't going to work for the venue that we were at and what kind of time we had to be in costume. The sneakers made sense.
So yeah, we are human feet, Zaya and Recon,
Yes.
and it doesn't matter.
You can still tell we're Zaya and Recon. If you miss a detail, it's okay. This does also come up on occasion of conversations of, well, what if I'm wearing glasses with a character that doesn't wear glasses? We're currently wearing glasses. Do we still look like Zaya and Recon?
Yes.
It's okay to make those little changes. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy of the character to read as the character. As long as you've got those main things, like for Zaya and Recon, big ol' ears and big ol' wings, you're golden.
Exactly. And personality.
And
A giant
personality.
smiling Zaya in the sun.
And the hissing. And clinging to Recon, going, shade me, you're big.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a blast. So again, it's personality is going to sell it. The giant main features are going to sell it. So again, what sells it is the wigs, the ears, the colors of Team Liquid, and the giant wings. Everything else, that collar could be completely different. That cheerleader outfit could be completely different. And it wouldn't actually affect or change the costume that much.
Yeah, we could be in straight clothes that were still the Team Liquid colors with Team Liquid logos.
And if we put on that wig and we put on those wings, it would absolutely read as a cheerleader, Zaya and Recon outfit. So again, where you want to put your focus and your attention, especially when you're transitioning into something that isn't canon, is on those major features. What makes the character, and
what makes your theme your theme.
Yeah. And spend the majority of your time on that. And then when you fill in the details in the middle, it'll come together very, very smoothly and very well.
Yes. And yes, cosplay is not about your skin color or body type or skill or being a carbon copy of a not real character.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's okay. All right. Let's move on to PJ Birds.
Back to PJ Birds.
Hey.
I love that photo, by the way.
I love it too. This was a very organic moment during a photo shoot with things that happen in our real life outside of cosplay.
Beans.
Beans. More on why we chose bean paws slippers in a moment. So, again, we have Zaya and Recon.
Yep.
We knew from all of our other versions of Zaya and Recon, we needed big honking ears and we needed wings. And we're good. When you look at the established Star Guardian characters and their costumes compared to the established Pajama Guardian costumes, which are a little further than I thought they were. Oh, they're not in here? Oh, I didn't pull those pictures in. Let me find them. Please hold. You want to see, okay, what are the similarities between the Star Guardians and what are the similarities between their Pajama Guardian counterparts? Alrighty.
Pajama Guardians?
Now, let me see here. Please hold.
Thank you, good evening. Vicky is adorable.
Aw, thanks.
I love her face. It's great.
I think I need my phone, actually.
Your
Can I have my phone?
You can have your phone. Here you go.
I downloaded them, and I didn't put them in the folder. But looking at...
so what she's going for is the Star Guardians actually incorporate a lot of their outfits and costumes based around the critters that float around behind them.
Yes.
Riku and Saki for Zion Recon. But all the Star Guardians have these little critters, and the cute, adorable, fluffy PJ outfits are set based around that.
Yes. All right. Now again. We're just going to stay for the end. It's fine. Oh, come back. Or not. Where'd they go? Is it going to make me like completely reload my
Do you need to
window?
refresh it? You
I
probably
need
just
to
need to
refresh
refresh
my
your window.
So I can crash it.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Can you just refresh?
I don't know how to do that. How do I refresh? It's fine. Technology!
Technology.
Yes. So we looked at another character within the Star Guardian line and the Pajama Guardian line that's established in both, called Soraka. And she's a bit of a furry, kind of like Zion Recon are a bit of furries, where she has this really cute unicorn horn and she has hooves. She's adorable. And when you look at her Star Guardian skin, and then you look at her Pajama Guardian skin, there's some similarities in the silhouette of the outfit. And then there's also the note that the pajamas are not pajama versions of her Star Guardian outfit, of her main outfit. They're actually pajamas of her familiar. They're pajamas of her pet, which is adorable. So we knew when we made our Pajama Guardian Zion Recon that we didn't want them to be just pajamas. We wanted them to be pajamas of Riku and Saki.
You can keep talking. I'm just...
Hey, cool.
Nope. What I do.
So we were looking at, okay, we want the owl faces up here. We, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Well, that works.
Cool.
Sweet.
We're back.
Hey.
Got it, guys.
You can click done over here. Yay! So here's Pajama Soraka. Can I get standard Soraka? No. There's standard Soraka. So this is her normal Star Guardian outfit. She's got that unicorn horn. And down in that bottom corner, you see her familiar. I don't remember his name. But her little critter. When we go to her Pajama Guardian, she's in a pajama of her critter. So we knew we wanted to do that for Zion Recon as well. We wanted to have their Star Guardian. It's the same wig. It's the same ears. But the outfits are their cute little owls. So that was our main concept. Now we can start working back and getting some details built in. Let me see here. So here's my sketch and my cat. We gotta get the cat in there wherever
Always
we can.
need the cat in there.
Wherever we can. One other thing that we noticed in the established Star Guardian, rather the established Pajama Guardian outfits, is they're all of the good guys. Remember, Star Guardians and Recon are evil.
Yep.
They are not good guys.
They are high school bullies.
Yes. And all of the established Pajama Guardians are in very light colors. They're usually a white base with a color mixed in that works with their Star Guardian outfits. So we actually wanted to reverse that because we're evil.
Yep.
We're nega versions. So we decided to go with mostly color and darker colors at that, with little hints of white where it made sense.
And because this is a complete costume that we're making from scratch, we did opt to actually do a full drawing and sketch ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Because again, with the cheerleaders, it was more of a one-off. We had pieces already made, and we were kind of filling in the gaps as we finish our like major giant pieces. But for this, it definitely requires a lot of planning ahead of time. And you always want to make sure that you get your game plan down on paper first, so that once you get into the creation phase, you're following a blueprint that you want. Which again, going back to Yuri's point earlier, if you're not the best at drawing or designing, or you want to run your ideas off of somebody else, definitely do it. Because once you get to construction, you want to make sure that your game plan is solid. So it'll help alleviate a lot of stress throughout the creation process.
Especially if you're making most of the pieces yourself, and they can be anything that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I like to start with a sketch. And even within my sketches, I'm still following that step-by-step process of starting with the big overall picture and working in those details as I build. I'm not starting with the little owl face. I'm starting with the overall outfit silhouette. And then I'm building in the details of what colors are going where, what kind of color blocking do I want, what kind of details do I want. Building in, starting from the big stuff and working my way down.
Yep.
So I knew I needed stars, but I didn't quite know where. So I didn't start with the stars. I started with the overall design was going to be the owls. So we started building in the owl faces. We knew we wanted the color scheme to be darker. So I started with where I thought some color blocking would make some sense with them.
And we knew we wanted wings.
So
again, ears and wings.
And wings equal Zion Recon. And then I could add in where I wanted those star accents and where those made sense. And you'll find we actually ended up adding more than what was even in the sketch after we made the costumes.
Yeah.
Like our star patches that are on our sleeves and on my pants, I actually added those after I made the costumes. Like,
that's just one of those things where
this needs more.
Yeah. Once you make something, you can always, add in patches and
always
add details.
Yes. But they still read beautifully without those extras. Even in the sketch, they read beautifully as Star Guardian or Pajama Guardian Zion Recon. Just fine.
Exactly.
Alrighty. There are those beautiful, beautiful wings, which are basically blankets because they're wearing pajamas. It's bedtime.
And that was the other design, like another major design aspect, is we wanted our wings to double as blankets because we thought it would A, be cute and adorable, and B, like their pajama costumes for bedtime. So we wanted to be able to wrap each other up in our wings and take cozy little naps and fun pictures with them. So again, a very important design aspect. So we wanted to make sure that it transitioned into the costume. But we really only had like a few major design elements. Again, the critter faces, room for our gigantic ears to poke through, and some wings, and just a nice like trench coaty style zip up.
Yes, two-piece pajamas. Most of the established Pajama Guardians are two-piece outfits. Some of them are one-piece, but having made one-piece Kigus in the past, we knew that that was going to be too toasty.
Exactly.
So a little bit of practicality mixed in with our designs as well, so that we don't die of heat.
Yeah.
Speaking of, hydrate, chat.
There you go.
Water.
And we got 15 minutes left, so...
Perfect. If you guys have any questions, please
go ahead and drop those into the chat. We're going to keep on talking. But we are running out of time if you have questions.
One more detail that we added that made sense after we had those big pieces and we're looking at how to make things, how to add in smaller and smaller awesome stuff, was what are we going to do with their feet? Originally we did just do sneakers because that was fine. They still read a Zion Recon without bird feet. But we wanted to do a little something extra later on. And looking again at Star Guardian Soraka, she has hooves in her original Star Guardian version. When they put her in PJs, they put her in paw slippers. So we used Pretzel Cosplay's Pajama Guardian Soraka paw slipper pattern.
Yep.
And made our own paw slippers. Complete with toe beans. Because paws need to have beans.
They do. They absolutely do.
And Zion Recon have beautiful claws, so we added some claws on there. Just adding in those details that make sense as they go. But we love the feet.
Yeah, and the feet were the last thing that we got done because, again, more importantly was the rest of the outfit. And that usually happens with a lot of costumes, is the feet are the last things to get done. Unless you're rocking some sort of crazy, like, hoof, heel thing.
Yes, very rarely is there a character that the feet are a defining feature of the character.
But they do exist.
Else. They do exist. But also, feet are very rarely seen in photos.
Yep.
So don't stress over your feet before.
However, if you have a passion, which happens to be a beautiful, fabulous peacock tail that is gorgeous and is never seen in any photos at all, but you still want to make it, you make it.
Yup.
Because what's most important is that you love your costume.
Yes. So, I made sure my babies had tails. Totally not necessary.
Totally aren't seen in any photos.
Because they make us happy.
But they make us very happy. Alright, so Yuri has just a general league question. So this is just to know, what is your opinion on Pajama Guardian skin line? A filler part not needed for Star Guardian skin line, or a needed part for the main story of the Star Guardians. I actually think they are good to develop the Star Guardian main story. Even with the Zoe arc that they added last year was Zaya and Recon. So in terms of the skin line stuff, we love them. Like, we love the just cutesy aspect of them. The Star Guardian skin line is basically kind of like a Sailor Moon kind of spoof ripoff thing.
Magical girls.
Magical girls. And the PJ skin line is basically Magical Girl Slumber Party. Why not? So we're all good with that.
Yep. It's fun. It's cute. And thank you. Those slippers are adorable.
Yes, they were a lot of fun.
Yes.
So really quick, we'll touch on our current project.
Our most recent original design.
Our most recent project, literally. This one is Project Zaya and Recon, which is another skin line. Again, it turned into a Zaya and Recon, presentation, because we do a lot of Zaya and Recon stuff. But this was an idea that we had for a long time, and there was a competition coming up for League of Legends finals in North America, and I used that as an excuse to motivate me to crush out the Project Recon outfit. And I'll just kind of speed through this because we are at the tail end of the presentation here. But it was a lot of fun. We still need to make Project Zaya, but we always start with the sketch. The sketch is super important, and something that is the big takeaway from the sketch is you don't even need to look at the armor. It's mostly the helmet and the wings. And let me...
Yep, your main focal pieces is still what's going on with the ears and what's going on with the wings for Zaya and Recon.
Yeah, so I actually radically changed the armor look. It looks nothing like this. Nope. It's not even close.
Also, Vicky doesn't draw armor well.
Yeah, so when it comes to my style of building, I don't like to draft, and I like to just throw stuff together and build it as it goes. Kind of more like a sculpting approach to a lot of stuff. Like, I see materials, and I slap stuff down, and I kind of like mold as I go.
It tells you what it wants to be.
Yeah, exactly. The foam speaks to me. It's a wonderful language, and I highly recommend it.
Yes.
But
whereas I like having a bit of a roadmap at least, so this was our vague roadmap of what direction.
Exactly. And of the major roadmap pieces, again, I started with the wings because I knew I needed those wings to be awesome and ridiculously cool.
Yes.
So,
and if you're not familiar with the Project skin line, they're basically cyborgs. It's another alternate universe within the League of Legends universe. But they're cyborgs. There's usually lots of cool lights going on. And
yeah, it's a
of,
lot
like,
of
motocross looking armor.
Yeah, it's very motocross, cyberpunk inspired stuff.
Yes.
So you can see the wings down here. Again, they light up because of course they do. But that is a main focal point, and because I knew they were going to light up and have a lot of draw to them, there's also the fabulous tail that will never be visible in any photos ever.
But we know it's there!
But we know it's there. But going down with, again, a little bit of just design thought and process is when it comes to the overall design of the character, we try to do our best to stay in universe. So with the Project skin line, the characters are basically kidnapped by labs, experimented on, and turned into basically like weapons and things like that, like cyberized, essentially. So one of the major aspects, which I don't have all the photos in here, but I wanted to do a concept of Recon and Zaya breaking out of the facility, Recon being, mortally wounded and away, and Zaya essentially saving him by pumping her energy, life force, whatever you want to call it, into his character, creating a mix of like yellow and purple lights and stuff. And it could just be, I want orange and purple lights because I think it'll look cool. But Zaya and Recon always have like one aspect of the other built into their designs. And because I wanted to work inside of the universe, I wanted to make sure I had a strong story reason to like tie them together. And instead of just doing like Zaya's feathers on Recon's chest, I was like, what would be cooler is if his heart, so like his chest beat, his chest piece actually glowed purple because he has Zaya's heart inside of him. And then for the tail, the way we did it didn't show really well in this photo, is those lights in the dark glow red, indicating the programming that tells him to kill stuff. And then the red blends into a purple at the bottom, which is Zaya's basically overriding the program. You can call it power of love, whatever, to create the natural color of purples and yellow that Recon normally is. So he's got this conflict of like red evil lights, like you can see in most like Hollywood movies. If a robot's red, he's going to kill you. Red robot
bad.
Blue robot good. So again, just it's on the surface level, it looks just like, oh, that looks cool. But because we wanted this to be a believable skin line that would exist inside the world of the game, I wanted to make sure that we had story reasons around all the design choices that we made. And that could then also translate into how I wear the costume, how I project myself as the character, like all those kinds of things.
It can read into how we want to pose for photo shoots, that kind of stuff.
And there is the outside.
Together. So the armor looks completely different.
Yeah, I'm very Batman.
But comparing to our sketches, we still have light up ears. We still have light up wings with a similar concept to what we sketched originally as well.
Yeah.
But ears and wings are the main things that make a Zaya and Recon a Zaya and Recon. And
exactly.
then we pulled in more elements from the project line to make it make sense within that world as well.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Wow, time really flies. Do we have any other? Did we go through all of them?
Those were
I think
our
that's
main
it. Yeah.
examples, and if anybody wants to see some other examples, we can pull up photos of those. But if y'all have any questions as we round out the panel, please
feel free to drop them in chat. I definitely exploded by making this costume in like a little under a month, and it almost murdered me. So Project Zaya,
murdered me too.
Project Zaya is on hold now as I recover from that frantic mess. But Project Zaya will be coming along.
Yes.
Wig says, Boo Feathers today at 4:53 p.m. I love all the thoughtful details you put into that design. Thank you very much, Boo Feathers. Nice.
Yes, that's one thing that we enjoy doing in our original takes on established characters, is putting in those little details that make sense and that give them their own story. That helps flesh it out in our minds and helps us better connect to the character and better connect with how we want to portray them, even though it's not, it's our own headcanon, it's not something established, but it really helps bring it more to life and make it more believable. Yeah,
and planning does go a long way, especially with this, because again, what you're doing is you're taking a character that exists and you're trying to slap a theme on that doesn't officially exist. So you really, really want to make sure you have a solid game plan. And one of the fun reasons why I wanted to have Project Recon up specifically next to the Star Guardian, like the PJ Zaya outfits that we have, is it's two completely different approaches, where Vicky had a very solid game plan. She knew exactly what these were going to look like for the vast majority. And when she sewed them and designed them, she went by that template. Whereas with the other costume, it's just another way to do it. Is I had a general idea of what I wanted to do, but I had no idea what that armor was going to look like, how the bodysuit was going to be made, how we were going to do the pants or anything else. But that was fine because I knew what my accents were. I knew my wings were the most important thing to get made, as well as the helmet and the face. So I made those two things first, and then I designed everything else around it, starting with bigger general shapes and then kind of honing everything down, adding details where I need to. But again, it's two different approaches that both are perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. But again, the importance is on have your game plan. Make sure you have a solid idea of what you want to do and a clear idea of what you want your theme to be.
And more on the different ways that we approach a project,
mm-hmm.
And the different ways other couples cosplays might approach a project in our next panel.
Oh, look at that segue. High five.
Yeah.
Yes.
You set it up for me and I dunked it. Sports ball terms. I don't know.
Epic spike.
Epic sports ball. So in about 35 minutes at 5:30 Central Time, we will be hopping back onto our Twitch for anime fusion cons next panel, where we will be teaming up with the wonderful Wigwig Cosplay to talk about cosplaying as a couple in our panel Pair Up and Power Up.
Exactly.
So whether you are cosplaying as romantic partners or as best nerd friends forever, there are some great things about cosplaying as a couple. There are some spots where you might butt heads.
But yeah, we'll go
your
over
design process.
We'll tackle that stuff soon.
So we will tackle that in the next panel.
And Yuri's got another question here, which this is a very good one. I'm glad she asked this. It's, did you ever receive comments like, it isn't canon, so it's a bad cosplay, you can't do this, original, since it's a Riot official game creation? When you go to conventions or post pictures online of original cosplays, we have not. You will. So this kind of ties a little bit into like popularity and the social groups that you're around. But we are very lucky in that we have a very supportive fan base and just very supportive friends in general. When it comes
Our community rocks. You guys are awesome.
You guys are the best. But especially when you go to conventions, I have never, in any of my conventions ever, received a comment of saying, that's not an official skin, you shouldn't have done it, or anything like that. And the main reason why is, if you just go, you just rock your outfit, and you just have a good time, people are going to love you. Especially at a convention scene, because people are there to have fun.
Number one rule of cosplay is it's supposed to be fun.
Yes, it's supposed to be fun. Don't kill yourself over this stuff.
Remember, it's supposed to be fun.
It is play. That is very, very important.
Yes.
But as you get bigger, there's not curse, bad, not cool people. Yeah, there's
jerks.
There's jerks and lamos in every different type of scenario and things like that. The more popular you are, the more jerks and lamos you're going to find. And yeah, trolls.
Yes.
Like, they're going to exist. Those people exist. Someone may have, in fact, commented that's not a canon cosplay or something like that. I don't know, because I don't care.
Don't feed the trolls.
If someone tries to be like negative or something like that towards me at a convention, I just keep walking. And again, that's harder for some people to do than others, but something I will always preach is have fun, do what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting somebody else, like, have a good time, make your costume, strut, you're freaking amazing, and, just enjoy it. Obviously, these look pretty clean. We've been cosplaying for, the better part of like 15 years or so, but our early costumes sucked. They were like 90% store-bought.
Oh, dude, our first version of Zion Recon was a train.
I didn't know how to sew or anything. Like, I would duct tape like Hot Topic skulls on hats to like make costumes. But you know what? I had fun, so I didn't care.
And people picked up on the fact that we were having fun.
And if you're having fun,
the attitude reads.
Yes. So that's a little bit of a side topic, and
but an important one.
It is an important one. So I'm glad that you asked that, Yuri.
But yes, we have not gotten comments that we've noticed of you can't be this design of this character. We haven't gotten those ourselves. Every time we've gone out in the League community, it's been, hey, that's awesome!
Yep.
And that might also change depending on what fandom community you're in. Some are a little more toxic than others. But for the most part, we have never had any challenges like that.
Exactly.
And if we did, we wouldn't care.
Yeah.
We wouldn't let it bother us because we know we're having fun.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that was a fun segue, an important segue, but we are definitely over time now.
Yes.
Like all good anime convention panels. But we do need to take a forced break now as we set up for our next panel that is going to be going live on 5:30, which... Are they going to be able to view it on this stream?
Yes, you can come right back here to our Twitch channel for the next panel on cosplaying as a couple with Pair Up and Power Up. Or you can find it simulcast over on Anime Fusion's Discord. Speaking of Discord, we have our own if you would like to continue the awesome conversations and join our wonderful community of positive people in a very happy corner of the internet. That link is on our Twitch channel as well, or Boxhead Orca posted it up thread a little bit in chat as well. Thank you,
But
Box.
yes, we are always welcoming more people to come hang out and have a good time. Our people are awesome. They rock. And there it is.
Box.
Thanks, Box. You're the best.
Box rocks! And yes, Box, we will definitely kiss the cat for you later.
Yes. Tally, I'm sure, will get frustrated and jump in on the next stream. But
or try to shut it down again.
Again, We'd love to just keep chatting for the next like 30 minutes and then roll into it, but we do need to take a forced break here and set everything up for the next show.
Yes.
So we are going to end the stream here.
We'll see y'all in about 30 minutes. Thank you so much for joining in and for the questions, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Fantastic!